Hello everybody, today we're going to be making some pot roast in a crock pot. Really easy, simple recipe. I see a lot of videos out there and they make it way too complicated. If you do it this way, it's super easy and it's about as good as it gets. So I'm going to make a big batch, and actually we're going to make this into 2 meals. I'm going to make a big batch and make a pot roast, and then I'm going to use the leftovers and we're going to make beef stew for the next video probably. So, hope you enjoy it, and let's get to it. Okay, I just have a beef bottom round roast, and it doesn't really matter what you use because we're going to cook it for a long time and it's going to be tender, so, you know, cheaper the better, I say. Basically, I have 2 of these, and just in order to get them into the crock pot better, I'm just going to cut them up into smaller chunks. That way I can put the rest of the stuff in there. Because I'm making a big batch. If you're not making such a big batch, you don't have to go through all this. You can just put it in there in one piece. Okay, so I've got all my roast in the crock pot. I guess I need a bigger crock pot, but we'll make it fit. And I just added some salt. Salt and pepper. That's all I add. And I go pretty liberal with this because I'm going to fill this thing up with water. So. Okay, so I peeled some potatoes, and I'm just going to dice them. Now you don't want to dice them too small, because you want them to still be in one piece when they get done. Otherwise, even if you do them too small, they might be mush. So cut them pretty big chunks, just about like that, and just add them to the roast. Okay, so I've got all that done. And I'm just going to add the pre-made baby carrots. You can use regular carrots and you can peel them and do all that if you want, but I'm not going that far. I'm doing it the easy way. We're keeping it simple. Okay, so now that I got all that done, I'm just going to add some water to it. And I don't like to fill it up all the way in case you get some juices and stuff out of the roast, but you know, fill it up pretty close to the top. See that? I like that. Alright, and then we just turn it on, throw a lid on it, and then we wait. Do whatever you need to do. I mean, how easy is that? Now I'll time this and let you give you an idea about how long it's going to take. I usually don't time anything. I usually just check it periodically, and when the meat's shredding, it's done. But I'll come back when it's done and I'll let you know how long it took. Okay, so I've had this roast cooking for a little bit over 7 hours. So, you know, if you're cooking it for dinner, you know, you start about, you know, 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and just throw it in the crock pot and let it cook, you know. But once it starts kind of tearing apart like that, you know, you can cook it longer than that if you want to, but I'm pulling it now. And basically what I like to do is I just take the roast and pick the roast out and put it in a plate. And I'm putting that on a spaghetti plate, so don't tell nobody because that's totally against the rules. Okay, so once I got the roast pulled out, then what I like to do is I just get me a little pot over here and put a strainer in it, because I'm going to save all this and I'm going to make beef stew out of it. But this is a lot easier than just picking the vegetables out of it. And just strain it like that. And then I'm going to take some of this juice and I'm going to put it in the pan over here, and I'm going to show you how to make some gravy out of it. And then with the rest, I'm just going to save it, and then I'm going to make beef stew. So we're going to get 2 meals out of this. Alright, so I took a little bit of this broth and I brought it to a simmer. And I'm going to use some of my simple roux that I make. And if you're not sure how to do this, then check out my Making Cream Gravy the Wrong Way video, and it shows how to do that. And it's just vegetable oil and flour, and it's so easy to do this, and I use this all the time. And when we make the beef stew, I'm going to use it too. So you'll see that in that next video. So basically I just took the beef broth and I brought it to a simmer, and you just add your roux. Just a little bit at a time, give it a chance to thicken, and depending on how thick you want your gravy, you know. I like, you know, stick to your ribs kind of gravy. Thicken up nice. Now you can leave it like this and you can eat it like this, but I like to give it a little bit of brown, so you can pick up some of this. It's a kitchen bouquet browning and seasoning sauce, and a little bit of this stuff goes a long way, so you just add a little bit. And that's all there is to it. Okay, we got all our roast done, so now I'm just going to take some of the roast. Look, it's shredding nice. Take it like that. Get you some potatoes and carrots. Just like that. And then just take a little bit of your gravy and pour it over the top. Dinner is served. There you go, pot roast. You don't have to make it complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated, and it can still be good. Sometimes I think the less complicated, sometimes it's better. So I've been cooking for a long time, and I like to think I know what I'm talking about. So, you know, try it out. I know you'll like it. And if you like the video, like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and remember to keep it simple. Oh, better turn the light on.